Welcome to the One More Thing Tech Podcast. Oh, I'm excited today, Quasi. He has some great topics today.
You
Quasi
have
has
some
been
great
having some struggles
topics.
this morning testing the app that I sent him yesterday. Before we get
It's
into the
okay. I'm gonna figure
topics,
it out live on the
let's
podcast.
just talk about that. It's like a bonus topic that I'm going to start off right off the bat. So,
It
Quasi,
just gives me no time to fix it.
okay, well, as long as you, know what you're doing and stuff, it should be
Yeah,
just
I
fine.
mean,
Okay, I have seen an overwhelming amount of posts about Asobi, if that's how you say it, Remote Play. It's a third-party remote play app to play your PlayStation 5 and PS4, and then the cloud gaming aspect. But the biggest part about this is not that it's a third-party app, but that you can use it on more devices than you normally could. The biggest is the Steam Deck. Now, you might have heard me say before that I love the Steam Deck, and I still do. But there are so many different publications that indicate, Quasi, that you can use this on your Steam Deck and then play PS5 games without a PS5. You can use your PS5 if you have one and remote play from that device, or have no PS5 and then play right in the cloud if you have that plan with PS Plus. What are your thoughts, Quasi, about that?
okay. Well, like I said, I was gonna get it to work, and I got it to work. So first and foremost, if you guys are trying to do this on your PlayStation, you might need to log into the actual PlayStation Remote Play app and boot your thing up from there first, and then switch over to this Asobi app. But sorry, Adam, what was the question?
So, what are your kind of thoughts with this as an idea? And uh, I guess, how would you compare it to the app from PlayStation? Just, I
Yeah.
know you haven't
Okay.
used it yet, but just as a whole, so far, first impressions, I guess.
Yeah, so first impressions, I really like the app design. It's a really clean layout.
Oh, you
These
got it to
are
work.
yeah, I did get it to work. This is what
Oh,
this app looks like, and then
cool.
let me open my PlayStation Remote Play app. I think that in all in all, from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's a great app. Oh, somebody else is using Remote Play on the PS5 I'm connecting to. It's definitely me. Let me go ahead and close out this app and reopen it. In this,
I like to just
give it
stop you for
2
1
seconds.
second just
Yeah.
to ask you this. It did say from my findings that it requires a controller, and I don't see you have one with you at all.
I do not have a controller with me whatsoever.
So,
But this is what the sorry, maybe I should go to my home screen so that you guys aren't just looking at my 99 overall 2K build. Yeah, let's go to my welcome page. So as you can see, this one's more of a PlayStation layout with a D-pad and then
uh-huh.
the two bumper and trigger, and then the PlayStation buttons. And then with this app, you don't like see a physical joystick, but once you put your hand here, you get that one and you get this one.
Oh,
So
so
I kind of use this one when I'm like maybe out of the house, but you have to have a stable Wi-Fi connection for either. Like if you don't have a stable Wi-Fi connection, you're not playing either of these games.
but I guess here's the point I'm trying to make with this. This test so far, um, it should be known that it's free to do this from this app. Works on Mac, Apple TV, Android, iPhone, iPad. But to use the cloud only and not use your PS5, that requires PS Plus, what do they call it? Premier, Platinum, whatever it is. It's the $18 a month plan. So what's interesting about this is you can technically play your PS5 games without a console. So if Quasi was like, skydiving with his PS5 and his PS5 went a little bit faster and the parachute did not work and
I
it
would
just
just
went right
not use
into
my
like the
parachute
Grand
at that point.
Canyon, but he landed safely also in the Grand Canyon. He could still play his games without his PS5 if he
In the
upgraded
Grand
his.
Canyon, I just don't think they have a cell service there.
No, I'm saying if you were skydiving to the Grand Canyon, but your PS5 also joined you in your skydiving escapades, and the parachute did not deploy just for the PS5. Like,
Yeah,
your
but, like,
controller would obviously make and be safe, but not your PS5. So if that happened, you could play your games with this remotely with the PS5 or sorry, the PSN Plus, for 18 bucks a month. So what I'm saying is, it does not require you have a PS5. Now, am I saying I hate the PS5? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have
that's
more
not what you're saying
options now.
today.
No, I'm just like, okay, great example. Quasey's a college student, right? Let's say you don't have a
This is
PS5
true.
right now. Boom. And you wanna play, the new Wolverine game coming out.
I wanna play
Is
it so bad.
Quasey right now able to get a PS5 today and that game, and then a controller? Well, I guess it comes with a controller. Minus the controller from this equation. Are you able to do that today, Quasey? To buy one
Am
right
I able to,
now?
like, pay for one today?
To buy a PS5 and the game today.
I mean,
Plus, I guess, too.
I would say yes, but then I wouldn't have any money for groceries, and that's just
And what's more important?
what's more important? Probably Wolverine, to be quite honest with you, like, if it was out, the situation would be a little bit different.
What I'm trying to say is, and I'm not trying to bash PlayStation, you just have another option. So, or what if you've ordered your PS5? It's not here yet. You gotta wait a couple weeks or whatever, right? You have options. So,
It's
like,
unfortunate.
this also goes for Xbox. You can play Xbox Game Pass remote play with out an Xbox. So you have options, and I like the way this is going because it doesn't require you to get a console. Now, am I saying that cloud gaming is all where it's at and it's the best possible way to play games? It's not what I'm saying at all because it's not quite there yet. If you're playing like an FPS game like Fortnite or something like that, I don't know how well that works. Quasi, do you have experience with that? So take
Not
away your PS5 from the
ooh,
equation.
like playing
Just
cloud gaming Fortnite?
cloud gaming only FPS games. Does that
It
have
wasn't I
issues?
didn't play Fortnite cloud through PlayStation, I definitely played that through Xbox, but, it wasn't a terrible experience, it was pretty responsive, I definitely lost a lot, though, and I would like, there'd be, like, lag spikes, and unfortunately, like, there's not too much you can do about a lag spike,
Well, it
so,
requires so much stability with the network, yours and theirs and the in between, you know?
yeah.
And I guess for the audience, if you do play cloud gaming, do you find that that works well for your use case? And what do you use to do it? Do you use, like for PS Plus, do you use the console remote play, or do you use the cloud only option, like if you have Portal or something like that? If you have Xbox, do you play with that or Steam Link with Valve? So like, I'm just kind of curious if you do it and how well your experience is, and when you see issues and what device you use. Do you use a backbone? Do you use your Mac or do you use a what do you use to do it? So let us know in the comments below. That's like a bonus topic. We didn't put that in the show notes. I just really wanted to kind of bring it up because it is just sweeping the web of people saying that it's coming. I got the acceptance for Steam to do the playtest from them this morning. Actually, I asked for it last night, so it was really nice. Um, I want to test this on my Steam Deck. And Quasi, you might need to use your account to test this, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine
Because
by
I don't
me.
have a PS5, so I want to test it kind of both ways. Can you do cloud gaming with your current plan?
Uh, I'm currently what oh,
Yeah. No, you're doing
like,
console, remote play.
without being connected to the console?
Correct.
No, I think that's like an extra $5. Let me open my PlayStation app and let's figure this out together.
Yeah, I'm curious because I wanna test that myself and just see how it is.
So yeah,
Um,
I currently have PlayStation Plus Extra, but
and
Seymour,
see,
no, that's
to
not.
me, the naming makes no sense because like, I think extra would be the top plan, but I guess it isn't.
Okay, so I can upgrade to premium for $1.06 for the remaining 10 days. Let's do that really quick.
Maybe I should, um, test that with you at some point. I really wanna
Change
test
to
this on my Steam
upgrade.
Deck because that would be awesome and tremendous and awesome. There's a way to play it with Xbox on the Steam Deck too. I'm not had time to try that out yet. Um, but let's dive into today's topics, Quasi, okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Apple is officially cutting hardware back in 2026 due to memory shortages. This isn't saying, Quasi, that the price of RAM and or potentially chipsets are too much money. They are straight up saying because of their shortages of those components. I'm a little bit scared of that because you always heard price hikes, right? That's the reason for it because, it costs them so much more to make the phones now. But now they're saying they just can't even get them. Apple can't get them. That's a big problem with me.
Yeah.
TSMC is one of the main suppliers for these chipsets, and the memory for iPhones, Macs, iPads, and so on are affected now, Quasi. What are your initial thoughts about that?
I mean, it's definitely a little bit scary because, Apple is one of the premier tech companies in the world. And now that we're seeing that this shortage is even hitting them, literally nobody's safe. Obviously, Samsung's safe because they're a producer of chips. But aside from Samsung, wait, Samsung produces RAM, right? I'm not
Yes.
misspoken. Okay, yeah. Aside from Samsung, I think the entire industry is it's really unfortunate because they what I've been seeing is that RAM companies are able to just jack up the prices to absolutely whatever they want because you can't afford to not buy it, right? Companies are absolutely terrified of not hitting this AI boom. But here's the really crazy thing. If you're a company and you miss out on this AI boom, but then the AI boom just like all fizzles out or like it all just goes to crap, you're going to be really upset that you invested in an entire new division just to make RAM, right? So that's another thing. Companies are scared to start building their own RAM just in case, because it takes what, 4 years to make one of those plants? You don't want to
Probably
invest all that
more.
money and then
Yeah,
not
train
have,
people and
yeah,
get components. But here's the
it'd be
other
bad.
part. I think people don't realize this too. The RAM shortages is not just because of AI. That's a factor. Facts. But just also cloud computing, storage, and everything else that companies use every day. Like a point of sale system from Walmart and various other retailers is using cloud based computing and tasks. Very soon, like iCloud, processing iMessage, everything else. It's all server based applications, right? Software as a service. So you have that as a whole, which is ramping up anyway, right? I mean, more and more people are going to a SaaS environment and cloud versions of that, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you have that also in the industry and not just the AI sector. So combining both of those is like one big cluster why this is all happening. And that's the problem we have, Kwesi. The problem we have is it's too much and there was enough infrastructure and data centers and or networking to accommodate for this. That gives companies that make RAM no excuse at all to what they're doing with the egregious price increase. To give you an example, yesterday I was looking at upping my VPS server for some backend things that I do. The issue I have is the current price that I pay for my VPS server is about $8 a month. That's affordable. The equivalent of that same server, Quasi, if I buy it again, is now $42 a month. That
Yeesh.
is a big price increase. Huge, egregiously high much price increase. So when you put that in perspective, that is a VPS small server where you get a dedicated server with your allotment of RAM and storage and everything else. The price that I've seen from the industry, what we're seeing now is over 600% more. Crazy.
600.
That is no bueno. I don't like
I
that.
agree.
So if that's the cost of just computing needs for getting a server, which almost every company has a server at this point, they have to get more to do more things. That's gonna go down to you, the consumer at some point, right? And it's just I guess I didn't realize it didn't hit me as much as it does now of what we're seeing with this. So, like, because of this, they're gonna scale back at Apple. Now, that being said, does not mean I don't think we're gonna see a time this year, next year where people are just not gonna be able to get an iPhone, right? Or a Mac or so on. So I think we're gonna have less sales overall because what they are gonna have is gonna be costing a lot more money now. Like MacBook Neo, that was $200 less than it is now. And that was designed and made for a affordable option to get into the Mac. And now it's not so much affordable. I mean, it's still affordable, not like it used to be though, right? I mean, it sucks. So like, I don't know. What do you think overall about this quiz? I mean, is this going to affect Apple and their bottom line? Or are we going to see like they're going to meet their sales quota still, but they're not gonna have as much
I think they're
stock?
definitely gonna still meet their sales quota, but unfortunately, because they have to cut back production, things are gonna be rare now, right? Obviously, that we were telling people, if you need a MacBook Neo, go get it now. Go stop what you're doing. If you know that the MacBook Neo is the computer you want for college, go get it now because, like, literally, we see that they're cutting back on their production. That means, like, there's going to be less items in circulation, right?
Yeah.
And if there's less items in circulation, obviously not everybody's gonna be able to get what they want to get, right? We've already seen iPhone Pros with like off the day of release, they're backed up for 14 weeks. So if you're gonna lock in, you have to be locked in. And you got to get this stuff early now because unfortunately it is at this point first come first serve for everybody, especially the RAM companies. But Adam, I just want to kind of circle back to what we were talking about earlier for half a second.
Sure.
Did you know that PlayStation cloud streaming is restricted to the PlayStation Portal and the PlayStation itself?
This app is the exception, supposedly.
No, 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 no. Like PlayStation's, like Sony's cloud streaming is for, how on Xbox, if you like don't want to download a game, you can stream it off the cloud.
Yep.
That's pretty much what this is. And I've
Does it
just
does this third party app not allow you to cloud stream?
not cloud streaming, allows me to connect to my PlayStation and stream from there, but it's not allowing me to cloud stream. I just thought we should let everybody know.
So
Yeah, so I got scammed by PlayStation. I might be lying. Oh, I might be lying. Hold on, give me a second.
I mean, I have seen uh, overwhelming amount
I
of
might be
people say
lying.
that they've done the
I
cloud
hope I'm
streaming with
lying.
this, and it works.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm trying
I'm
to
pretty
boot up
sure you're
College
wrong,
Football
Quasi, in
27.
this. I, probably for the remote play app from Sony. Yes, I'm sure. Excuse me.
No, I'm
I
like
mean,
90% sure it just opened my PlayStation.
but just don't choose that.
Well,
Choose
I
the
didn't
cloud
choose that.
gaming.
I could be
Okay.
wrong, but I'm
We
pretty
will
sure
be
it opened my
testing this a little bit
PlayStation app.
more to validate whether
Yeah,
you do
you
it or
guys will get an
not.
update next week,
But
but it is opening college football.
okay, but like, do you not see the very top where you get the option to do
No, I definitely
cloud,
clicked on that.
and you're doing that now?
A and it definitely opened, yeah, let's see how it says here,
Yeah.
yeah, but then when I opened it, I saw it, like, flash my PlayStation home screen.
Well, I don't know how that all works. Like I said, this is why I sent
Yeah,
this
I
to you
mean,
so you can test it. I don't know. Testing will commence. I promise you.
this is true.
So, Quasi, but here's what makes me sad to come back to the topic. It's we're in a time which I never thought we'd ever see, where we'd see the shortages, the increases and everything affect so much. And like, I mean, we're at a point where if I want to go to a store, I had to wait to get a console or to get a MacBook or to get this because what they had's gone and they had to wait to get more from Apple because of this. It's a string of events that just makes me sad a little bit, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I, I don't know. It's an eerie place to be in. And I just think if the RAM companies would stop their nonsense and just let people enjoy devices and services without having to pay egregious amount of money, we can get back to more smiles on Earth. You know, I don't know. Like, there's gotta be an end to this. There's gotta be a day that me and Quaster in this podcast saying, guys, it is finally over. We're back down to good prices. It's gonna happen, but like, man, I want it to happen like in 8 seconds from now. But no, it's not gonna happen like that. I don't know. I mean, you have any thoughts about that, Quasi, or just are you just tired of it or what? I mean,
Of
I'm
course, I'm
so
tired
tired of it.
of these egregious RAM prices, but I do understand why companies are doing it. Obviously, I forget which one, but one of them stopped making consumer chips altogether to focus on the highest
Crucial.
bidder. Yeah, they suck. But I can understand why you're doing it. As a company, your only job is to make money, right?
Okay, but, like, your customers have to be a priority too.
Not if they're willing to pay you whatever they can to get your product.
But
It's like
we
a
can't
need.
because the consumer's not part of the equation anymore.
Yeah, but, like, do you remember,
Problem.
The Lorax? Like, the movie The
Yeah.
Lorax? Where the guy was selling the Thneed, and everybody wanted a Thneed so he could just jack up the price of whatever he
Yeah,
wanted,
I know. That's just
and it's really unfortunate, but that's
greed causes too many issues. Um,
yeah,
I will say, though, that the polishing cloth from Apple is not affected by the chip and RAM, price increases, so
thank
that
goodness.
should be plenty in stock, and the price is about the same, so, yeah, just know that's one thing from Apple you can pretty much bet on it's gonna be there for a while, so that's good. Yeah. But Quasi, did you see that cool thing in the 18 Pro Max that's coming?
Yeah, are you talking about the, iPhone 18's, the Pro Max's larger battery? Which could be about 10 to 12% bigger than the current iPhone 17 Pro Max. Then this is only for the iPhone 18 Pro Max because the iPhone 18 Pro is going to be seeing less than a 1% capacity increase in the US because it's going from 4,288 millimeters. No, it's going to 4,288 milliamp hours
Lamp, yeah.
versus the previous. I don't know why I said milliliters the first time, versus the
That's a
previous 4,252. So what? A 32 milliamp hour jump? Sorry, that's definitely more than
that's pretty
32,
bad.
36. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. I mean, obviously, it's not like the battery's insignificant at any point, like by any means. It's not like a crazy bad battery
No, I
on the
keep hearing
iPhone
from just the
18
pro
Pro.
users that it's not enough to have the newest model. So, that's
I don't
maybe
think I've heard that
this will get
complaint,
them
but
to me, and maybe I'm just not understanding this as much, but to me, that is a huge jump from what we usually see from Apple for battery increase. I don't know. Is it
yeah, I
just
mean,
me? I mean, for the
10
Pro
to
Max,
12% doesn't happen every day.
that's pretty wonderful. Here's what I'll say. That's the one issue people say about iPhone is should have better battery. And they optimized, well, at least my beta right now is doing pretty good with battery. Still, I still see if I'm downloading something, if I go open the camera app to record something, take pictures, or GPS or a phone call, it drains it like just more than you can ever imagine. But other than that, it's pretty stable. Um, I found some bugs with the latest beta 5, but not significant, just kind of dumb stuff. Like in iMessage, the little like shittier black bar at the very top like covers the very first row of contacts and favorites. So you gotta kind of swipe down, swipe back up, and then it goes away. I mean, it's not like it's broken, it just needs to be optimized and fixed a little bit. But this has been a great beta, I gotta say. It's been wonderful, and companies are just updating apps consistently all the time because I'm seeing like 80 to 150 app updates when I go to that, and it's a lot, but it's wonderful. I like this, Quasi. Um,
I
as a
should
Pro
also
Max
mention
user,
Yeah, I should also mention that if you're getting this phone anywhere out of the US, I believe that
it's
the battery
reduced.
will be smaller because those batteries still have the SIM card tray that like the physical SIM card tray
Yeah,
that takes up a little bit of space, which is why the US models are going to be able to kind of use that space to put more battery there because it frees up a lot of internal space. And like you wouldn't think it frees up that much space, but in terms of battery capacity, like in the US,
it's a big
it's
difference.
4,252, but in China it's going to be only 3,988. So that's a pretty significant difference in battery capacity.
Yeah, I just like can they buy a US based phone and just bring it over to China?
Yeah, I mean, there's no issue with that, but I don't know how many Chinese, cell carriers are offering eSIM only.
It's a good
Then
point.
again, I've
Like,
never been to
I
China, so
guess I guess more I was asking is, is there a restriction for the US-based phones in other countries as a primary, way to
I don't
use
think
it?
so.
I I don't know. So, yeah, this is good a little, increase that I'm looking forward to. Like I said, probably not getting the new phone this year, Quasey.
Why?
I just it's the colors, man. I mean, I don't know. Quasey's gonna
But
pull
you
up the
you keep your
colors.
phone in a case every day. Like,
Yeah, but, like, you still see the colors,
I've
and
never seen you caseless.
I won't ever. If you do, call the cops. I mean, I'm being blackmailed or something, like, I
Like,
don't
I
know.
just don't think
Pe
it's that big of a
pe
deal.
people have cases, and then I see them take their phone out of the case. "Oh, it looks great out of the case." Yeah, but you're at risk. It's like having
And honestly,
it
I just
makes
don't
me
think these
cringe.
colors are that bad. I think these colors are more than decent.
2 colors are okay.
Like, this blue is more than decent.
Crazy.
This magenta-ish color? Oh,
Terrible.
man, that's awesome. This
Terrible.
black, this is probably the deepest black we've seen in an iPhone in the
Space
last 6
gray.
years.
It's not black,
Yeah, but it's
unfortunately.
probably the deepest color we've
Mind
seen in the
you, these are not official, 100% color. So what we get confirmation for is the left 2 are the final color sets. The right 2 are not supposedly still. I don't know how that's not figured out yet because 'cause they're probably making them right now, but anyway, yeah, I'll get the black one if I was gonna get anything. That magenta, blood rose, whatever you wanna call it, color is ugh. Looks like dry blood, man, it's all it does. Just or some lipstick that someone that has, like, lots of cats has or something, I don't know, like, it just, doesn't sit well with me, like, I would look at it and say, like, "Man, did I, like, bleed on it last night and forget to clean up, and that's just what the color is now?" Like, I don't know. It just looks to me, like, visually, like, just ugh. It's a color that you don't wanna see outside of maybe this. You know? Like, when do you see that color and like it, Quasey? You know?
right now, I'm looking at all these
Okay,
colors and
like,
I'm
besides
loving
this
all of them.
specific product, when do you see that color in your life and say, "That is just awesome"?
I mean, if it was on an iPod and shuffle, I'd love it.
Like,
If
if it
it's
was in
on,
your
like
food, you wouldn't eat it. If it was in a drink, you question if it's going bad. If it was, like, in your shower and that's the color of water coming out of the shower head, you'd
okay,
probably
that
get
would be a
out of the
little bit
shower.
concerning, yeah.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? Like, that's your reaction is like, what why is it I don't
No,
like."
because you just cherry pick some really bad examples. I feel like
But give me
if
one
it's in, like, a
example outside of
soup,
a product color that this would be a good, like, visual a appealing experience. You
you never
can't.
ate the jelly donut,
If a jelly donut had that color, I'd be like, "It's spoiled, it's bad, like,
I just
it's
don't
it's aged." So there's, like, sharp cherry being made, and this is next to the same amount of aging process, and it's just it's
I
bad.
just don't think,
Like, I don't even
like, this
see
is, like, a good
blueberries have
color.
this color because they know this color means bad. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
going on.
blueberries are not blue at all, I just put that out there.
The outside is at some
The
point,
outside
but then
is.
it gets darker. It's a weird thing. Put
It
that into a
is.
muffin. It's so good. It's starting to get a little hot here, Quasey. Blueberry muffins are the best. As Quasey knows from the gas station experience they went to. Like,
It's a great
you can't,
muffin.
as a human being, eat that muffin and say, ugh. Your body can't. Like, you can try. You can literally, like, put your fingers down your throat and try, gag yourself and throw up. You still won't. That's how good it is. Like, I didn't test this, but no one can do it. I'm just letting you know. It's just not possible. Anyway, though, I don't know. Not a big fan of colors. That's just me. I mean, I'm just not gonna buy it because of that. Speaking
I
of this
just
iPhone
can't
18,
agree, but I wasn't gonna buy it because I don't like how they switched the design of the phone itself to that two-tone design, like, I really liked this design, if that makes sense. Like, this is what it's looked like since what, the iPhone 11? And I really like this.
Same overall shape and design, it's just color change, really. Would you
No,
say?
no, I wouldn't say that because it's like there's 2 panels now. Like,
You mean like where the MagSafe area is?
yeah,
I see.
and
I
then
think you meant
also
like
the
the overall
cameras
design.
has a huge bump now that goes across the screen. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but
I know. I that's just yeah. I mean, it works, but it's kinda
this is
different,
true.
I would say. So, speaking of the iPhone 18 Pro, I did change on the show notes, Quasi, the order. Um, the 18 Pro will cost Apple officially 38% more to make. That is a big amount of difference.
This is true.
That's a lot. Um, that you know what that means, Quasi?
The phone could cost upwards of 38% more.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate because, again, this all leads back to the same memory prices, right? Uh, you look at it and you're like, "Okay, the panel still costs the same amount, it might cost even less." The, uh, the only thing that you can really attribute this to is the chips, and the specific chip isn't it's not the Apple A21 Pro they're gonna put in here, it's not it's not the little storage chip even though that has had an increase. No, it's these memory chips that are just so expensive. Unbelievably so,
I mean,
actually.
yeah, I mean, Quasi, you know what that means, right? The base price now is 1,099. That means if there's a 38% increase of that base price, it's $417.62, which puts it at $1,516.62 for the base iPhone.
Which is beyond expensive.
That's assuming they keep the 30% increase 38%. They might go to 40. We don't know. The base iPhone could potentially cost $1,516, Quasi. That's like getting close to half the Vision Pro.
That is quite expensive
That that's probably another reason why I'm not gonna get the new phone this year.
because it's just so
It's
expensive.
like, cause I'm not getting the base, Like, okay, let's spell this out here. If I was gonna get the Pro Max and color doesn't really matter, but I would choose let's just choose Cosmic Orange because I do like that. I still stand by that, by the way.
I hated
I know
that color.
Quasi thinks it's like, unless you're a hunter, why are you wearing this, but, I think
Yeah, I
he's
mean, it's
wrong.
just not a great
Uh,
color in my opinion.
I've seen more of those colors out in the wild than I've seen the rest of the colors that they make for the
Well, I
17 Pro
think because it's
Max.
unique. I think that's why
And
you've seen so
phenomenal
many.
color. It's a good orange color fine from Apple. The blue is not bad. I like the blue too. I was up and forth between both of them. But
Yeah, I mean, if you
so that
like it, I
means
guess
if
it's your
I
phone.
purchased the Pro Max 2 terabyte, originally cost $2,000. Now it increased by $759.62. Puts it
Sure.
at $2,758.62.
Do you think this is gonna make the used market, like, explode?
Mm,
Because I can definitely see that happening.
here's why I say no. Quasi, if I know as a potential reseller of an iPhone that it's going to cost, 38% more for you to purchase it, well, I might just go on eBay and maybe increase it by 20% or 25%. Though it's cheaper, it's still going to see a price increase as well. You're not going to get that iPhone for like what that person would sell for 2 or 3 years ago as a used market value. You're going to get it for increased value. So think of it like the scalpers. Like right now, the Steam controller. Okay, this is a great example. Let me give you an example here.
You were just typing away.
Okay,
It's
Steam controller from Valve right now, the second one is $100, right? Kinda expensive, that's their cost. But you cannot purchase that right now because they're out of stock. They sell out as much as they make them, right? Instantly. So people are buying them and scalping the prices on eBay. So right now, crazy, you could just own one right now on eBay, starting at $269.95.
yeah, I'm just not paying all that.
You see what I'm saying? Because of the market, there's gonna be less things sold because they're gonna make less. It's gonna cost more. People will take advantage of that, and they'll make it more expensive still on eBay, but less expensive than Apple. So, what then? There's you can get now and pay a lot more money, or wait 8 to 12 weeks to get through Apple. You see the problem here? People are not gonna just because Quasi wants to buy something, I'm gonna give him a great deal. They're not gonna do that. Like, and they're not gonna play you in 2K to see who wins it, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna say you're gonna spend this much money for it. So, like, seeing the market trend of scalping and just things right now in general, like, you can't even go into eBay and buy RAM cheaper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No one's gonna accompany what people need because they're just gonna be the nice guy down the block selling oranges. No, they're gonna be the people that go on here, take advantage of everybody else like everybody else is doing, and overcharge because they can have it now. It's the now factor, Quake. It's not because it's cheaper, it's the now. And I don't know. So, to answer your question, I think it will, but not the way you think it will. I think it's gonna be available, but not for a better price. Not at all. I mean, did you think otherwise?
I mean, I think that because of Apple's like what's it called? Because of how long they support their iPhones, if I have an iPhone 11 today, right? I know that an iPhone 11 to an iPhone 17 is going to be a huge jump, but I also know that an iPhone 17 or an iPhone 11 to an iPhone 18 is an even bigger jump. However, can I justify paying an egregious amount more because the phones are going up so much in price than I would have paid last year? And would that wait pay off, or should I buy the iPhone 17 that I'm seeing here on eBay that's lightly used in excellent condition and everything for what? What's close to the price that iPhones are going for right now? Like $1,000? Because I think the iPhone Pro Max is 1,100 if I'm not mistaken. So I just think that in those cases, it might be more efficient for, or more like cost effective for people to purchase iPhones that have been used slightly because an iPhone 10 to a 16 is a ginormous jump. You know, Adam, what's this face? What are
I
you
just typed in
seeing?
iPhone 17 Pro Max on eBay, and it's like I see a wild range of options here.
Mm,
So you're talking about like $100 less maybe, right? First
yeah,
off, it's not new, it's refurbished or it's slightly used, right? The refurbished ones, if I buy refurbished, I'm only gonna buy from Apple because
right.
I can't guarantee the quality of refurbished. Like, I don't know what that means, what happened to it to begin with. You don't know this stuff, right? You can't Carfax an iPhone, right? Unfortunately. So once when it was up to $1,400, and then you see like, oh, and then the bids. I hate the bidding on eBay. It used to be fun. It used to be a great game. Now it's like, yeah, makes you want to throw a brick. I don't know. Not a big fan of it like it used to be.
'Cause I don't know.
I would say you're also at a huge gamble spending this much money on an iPhone because, yes, you have people that have great positive feedback, but, like, I just kinda have in my head that I buy iPhones through the carrier or through manufacturer only. I don't buy through eBay and hope that someone hasn't just lied to me, or what if the shipping process is so egregious and it gets stolen, or, there's a lot of different things that could happen. I don't know. Maybe people have a better experience than I have, and I haven't had a bad experience in eBay, but I don't want to have it because it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And, there's a whole process of sending your other phone back if you have to send it back and then or sell it, and I don't know. Just to me, I don't wanna do that. That's just me, and the price point doesn't give me a good incentive to do that. It's like I'm gonna save 4 or $500 to buy through eBay because Jim wants to get the new one coming out, or he wants to get a larger storage or whatever reason for it. I just yeah. Yeah. Sealed Quasi, $1,500 for a 256.
What's
I
the
mean,
original price on that? Isn't it like 30? No, the 256 is the baseline model.
yeah. So why would you spend more money than you can get through Apple and get the I see what I'm saying? Like that there's wackos on eBay. I mean, it's wackos on my block. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something I don't want to deal with. So, just what it is. Okay. Well, this saddens me, Quasi, this next one.
Is it my turn to bring it up? Is it the Apple Glass? Or sorry, not
Yeah.
the Apple Glass. The Apple all glass iPhone got canceled. I know. You guys thought I was gonna give you some great news, but no, unfortunately, according to some rumors, Apple's canceled its highly anticipated all glass 20th anniversary iPhone, which was expected to be seen in the fall of 2027. And we got this from Jeffrey's Analysis Edison Lee, who stated that the project was dropped due to poor production yields, which means that like there was a high defect rate. And
Wonder why.
unfortunate, huh?
Wonder like what? Was it
I mean,
chipset? Was it screen? Wasn't like it like you want like they didn't really explain what it was.
yeah, I'm sure it was something to do with the glass possibly breaking because if the phone was truly all glass, then putting like the interior components between two pieces of glass is
Yeah.
kind of difficult. But yeah, so in response to the cancellation, people are saying that Apple stock might Lord have mercy, let me try that again. Apple stock might underperform and Apple shares dropped to 2.1% following the news, or dropped by 2.1% following the news. Um, but it was going to be the most expensive iPhone you've ever seen, right? We were expecting to see it around $2,060.
About the fold.
Well, most expensive iPhone up to that point. I don't know how much the Fold's going to cost coming out. It might just be 2000 flat, but this was supposed to be seen around $2,060 without tax.
Doesn't it just
And
kinda make you sorry to cut you off.
no, you're good.
I welcome John Ternus as the new CEO, but my gosh, he's coming in to an awful era of light technology. He's
Yeah, I
coming
mean, it's not
into
easy.
chip shortages, to RAM increases, to a bunch of things they have to cut back in scale, to, things getting just cut now. Like, what's he gonna do as a whole to, like, combat this nonsense and make Apple still shine? I'm not saying he can't pull off I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying, though, is, like, this event for the iPhone is gonna be interesting because you're gonna have to showcase what they're coming out with, that's the first thing, as they always do, but you have to put a spin on it that, like, deflects from the chaos that we're seeing in the industry right now. And how do you do that well? Where people like, you can't say, "Oh, here's a great iPhone, all it features, all that stuff," right? And by the way, we gonna make, like, half of them this year. If you wanna order some, it might get delayed another year or whatever, right? Like, how do you push that, like, left turn in the keynote and still make it a positive spin? Because 'cause you're gonna have like, they already said they're gonna have, uh, way less production because of issues that you see in the industry. Like, how do they put that spin on it in the keynotes where you're not like, "Oh, I want it," and, "Oh, well, I guess I'm not getting this year 'cause I can't." I don't know. I'm not saying he can't pull it off. I'm just saying it's a bad time right now to get super hyped and then the demand is met of the hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. To me, it seems like it's gonna be very challenging this year to come into that role in the midst of crisis that we see right now. Don't you feel the same
Yes,
kind of thing?
it's definitely a hard time to becoming the CEO of Apple. But
That's
if it was easy, they would have just gave the job to anybody, right? So
that's
you have to
true.
trust
He
and
could pull it off, I
believe
think.
that he can pull it off, right? And I'm not saying that to be like to just be like some sheep, right? I know I've been using that term for a while, but like I genuinely can't think of anything else, right? It's not about just what Apple says goes. No, first and foremost, if a new CEO is coming in, like Asha Shawarma, when is that her last name? Let me Xbox CEO.
She got a
Yeah,
last
Asha
name for
Sharma
sure. Yeah.
is she came in, we wished her luck. We told her we mentioned that it wasn't the greatest time to be coming in as the CEO of Xbox either, but she came, she turned the entire company around, right? Made it more efficient and they've been doing great. So I mean, obviously at some point the old has to retire and usher in the new.
I mean,
And I
it's
believe
perfect.
that this is possible for John Ternus. He has a great mentor right now, the best of the best. He Apple or Tim Cook might be Apple's best CEO. I'm not saying he's the best person to ever work at Apple because that definitely be Steve. But I'm saying in terms of CEO,
Which Steve?
We're Jobs.
Okay, well, there's
Definitely
also
Steve Jobs.
Wozniak, so you had to
Yeah, I
let me
mean,
know which one it is.
my fault. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
just
Woz was ever the CEO. But I think
no.
from where Tim Cook was able to grow this company from, like, obviously, he was already in a great position, right? He didn't, like,
Yeah.
jump in at, like, a massive, terrible point for Apple. But Tim Cook, man, he grew this company to a $1 trillion company, and, if you have that mentor going in and everybody's on your side, I mean, obviously, there's gonna be some people that are jealous, some people that don't support you, but for the most part, everybody's backing him. I believe that he can succeed, and so
Absolutely.
I'm not too worried about it.
Just to go back a little bit to what you just said, you mentioned that the new CEO of Xbox is doing great, changing everything around, doing phenomenal stuff. But
I
you did
mean,
not
not
say in that
everything is great.
conversation, Quasi, that you're going back to Xbox because these great changes. You just kind of said they're great, but I'm still going with PlayStation. Just curious why you say that.
Well, first and foremost, Wolverine comes out in about a month. You guys aren't seeing Wolverine. Right. Second,
So what if you can get this new third-party app to work and not have to use your PlayStation and
just
still play the game?
I just like I prefer my PlayStation. Like I gotta be honest with you. I think like I was trying to tell you the other day, the menu animations are nicer. I feel like the
Okay.
UI is more I don't want to say Apple like, but it reminds me of my Apple ecosystem. And I think it just fits me more.
So you're saying all this great positive stuff about a specific platform and still choose not to go with it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Okay.
wanted me to get started talking about all the great positives of PlayStation, I wouldn't be able to stop. But I
I
give
just give you a
credit where
hard time,
credit's due.
Quasi. I just
Yeah, we wouldn't have enough time for me
I wouldn't have the
to
time.
begin, right? So that's why I
Okay.
didn't mention
Okay.
anything about PlayStation. But they've done some things that are questionable as of recent. I can't
Some. A lot. But it sucks that the iPhone anniversary is gonna, not come to light. Here's why more than anything. It's not like they can do this phone next year. You gotta do it on the anniversary year. So that
sure.
means they're just scrapping it. Now they could mean they're scrapping it for now. Right? Maybe they're gonna come out with it, I don't know, in November or something like that. I don't know. I hope there's like a just delay and we still see it this year because a 20th century kind of is a big deal. Look back 10 in the 10th century, 10th anniversary. That's something that was like a huge deal, and they had a great showcase of that keynote and everything like that. And I kind of was looking forward to this for this 20-year market at Apple. And it's kind of sad now we're not going to get that now. Let us know in
I
the
agree.
comments if you're looking forward to at least seeing it. I mean, not buying it, but just seeing what they're going to have to do with this. But once again, with everything going on, it's almost impossible to make that come to light at a price point people are willing to pay. And that's the problem we have. So that sucks. And I'm sad about that. But on some positive news, Apple has announced that there will be live streaming the video MLB games on the Vision Pro, which I kind of thought was kind
Nice.
of getting sunsetted a little bit. So they're going to have the immersive experience, the Vision Pro, for these games August 28th, September 4th, September 11th, and the 18th of September as well. So if you are a fan of MLB and you have a Vision Pro, you can see the immersive experience, which is like a VR experience of watching that game, kind of, those nights. And it does not sound like, I don't know if this is an extra cost or what you need to have it.
Yeah, I have no clue.
This is, oh, the games we broadcast live on Apple TV. Okay.
I'm sure that you have to have some sort of subscription.
You do have to have the Apple TV subscription with it, yes. I just didn't know what it was gonna be, if it's gonna be that or MLB. So for the Apple TV subscription, you get those. So they're expanding their sports catalog, and I like that. So it's
Yeah,
nice.
that's great.
Good job. So if you're a big fan of MLB, that's what's coming up very, very shortly. Quasi, what are your thoughts?
Um, I don't have a Vision Pro, but good for you guys who do. That's just another use of the Vision Pro.
Yeah,
I
we still
can't
want one.
say, yeah, I mean,
Still do.
I'm not saying that I woke up this morning and, oh, hold on. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning to a
So
spider
did I.
crawling on me. And, Adam, let me tell you something.
Did you turn to Mar from Home
It was,
Alone 2?
it was massive. It was a massive spider just on my arm.
Did it bite you?
No, I felt it crawling up. And I looked over. I was like, oh my goodness. And I switched beds and I went and slept on my couch. So
Did you give it a name? Is it now
no, I
what's the
didn't.
name?
I don't know where it's at. It's probably still somewhere in my room. It can live there as long as it doesn't touch me again. Otherwise, it will die. It was lucky that I just wasn't awake fully.
So let's just call him Gregory. I don't know
Yeah, I
why his
mean,
name's
if you
Gregory,
if he
but
wants to be a civilized member of the apartment, he can do that. Right?
I
We
mean,
can
keep
even get
this
him
in
like a
mind.
little jar or something. But if he
Gregory
touches me
might
again,
he might take care of some like maybe mosquitoes or
yeah,
flies or gnats.
that's why I didn't want to kill him. You know?
Yeah.
But you don't crawl on me when I'm asleep.
Well, if he
He
was
didn't
just
have
going from point
consent.
A to point B,
He didn't
like
have consent.
that.
And where
I
was
don't know if
point B at?
spiders really know about consent.
Point B cannot be on my body. Point A
I can,
shouldn't be on my
I can,
body.
I can, I can get behind that. I mean, yeah. If you're going to be on my bike, like go in my shoes, right, and then
I
don't go up
don't
any
even know.
higher. Would you rather be on your shoes or your arm or your
Like
face
on my on top of my shoes or like
while you're wearing
on
it?
my arm.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely on top of my shoes, but like
Okay.
not crawling up.
Because he could
Wow,
exit
I just have the hiccups all of a sudden.
he could exit the shoe premise and go about his day. But, like, if he's on your arm, you're gonna have a reaction. He's gonna fall a lot of feet, or whatnot. So, I don't know. I think shoe's
It's
better.
true.
Speaking of things that's gonna be interesting, Quasi,
Yeah, surely Apple Watch might be ditching the screen. Like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. If you've seen some of the screenless fitness bands like the Garmin Circa or the Fitbit Air, Apple's considering getting its own screenless smart device,
I
right?
think we should preface with saying that this is a new type of Apple Watch that they're
Yeah, it's
exploring,
not
not going to replace the current screened Apple Watch.
correct.
I thought this was an interesting take. I just thought that it would be very helpful for Apple kind of watch experience to have a screen, judging because what they have right now from all the feature sets. And then now they're going to have some that just don't have that. And I don't know how I feel about that quite yet.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
about you?
it's quite interesting.
Like, do
Like,
you think you might get something like that? Is the price point gonna be cheaper? Is it gonna be like
I
focused on more battery?
I
Like
sure hope
what's
the
the
price point is
overall?
cheaper. Like,
I
but I
see a
think
Fitbit, I'm like, ugh. It's like putting strawberry jam on your toast instead of grape. It's just not good. Not good.
strawberry jam isn't good.
compared to grape? Are you
That's a cr
kidding me?
I
Grape
I that's the take. That's
forever
one of the
exceeds
takes of all
strawberry.
time. That is
Forever.
one of the
Strawberry,
takes of all
not
time.
bad, but when grape is in the equation, destroys it.
I mean,
It's like Oreo and Hydrox. You only buy
uh,
Hydrox by mistake.
technically,
Oreo
Hydrox was there
always
first.
will be better than Hydrox, right? Oreo has a cookie that is a peanut butter cookie. They're saying to Nutter Butter, we got this. Grape, always better than strawberry. Every single time.
I
Always
guess.
better. You don't guess. Your body even knows this. You can't even say I'm
Where
not
do you
wrong.
even buy Hydrox cookies at?
I don't know. But they gotta still be sitting there. They gotta have a great stock of them. That's not affected by a chip shortage at all.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be.
Hydrox. It's like from a Jewish brand or something like that. Like high Orthodox Jews or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I've seen it before and just went right past
My
it. Like,
goodness, there's no high fructose corn syrup in these. Hold on, I'm gonna
I don't know
find
if that's a
these
good
and
selling point though. Like,
I'm gonna buy it for us. Throw it
don't
on
sh-
Amazon.
don't do it, please. Because you're gonna make them think they're gonna have like a high like stock increase now that it's sold one this year.
So they're actually currently unavailable, and they don't know when or
Probably
if
for
this
a good
item will be
reason. Because
back
what
in
they had in
stock.
stock was from 22 years ago. Because no one bought it. Hydrox. It should be called by mistake. Because that's the only reason I buy them. Yeah, good because you want them. I don't know.
No, now I kind of want them.
There's just no
I want to
way
find it.
you'll want to eat them. You'll take one bite of one, you'll be like, ugh. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
eating a
trying to get that
grapefruit.
feeling.
You just want the bad experience, huh?
Yeah, I wanna know what I'm. Because what if this is better?
There's no way. No one has ever said it's
Yeah, I
better than
mean,
Oreo, ever.
there's no way to
Not
purchase them
even
at this point in
Hydrox.
time.
If at this point, if you're not going to improve, retire. I don't know. I don't like them.
Dude,
I
they
never
were
had
the
before. I don't even like them.
original sandwich cookie.
Nabisco's got in the bag for the Oreo. Just gotta let you know. Just saying.
No, I'm not. Oreos are my favorite cookie, but like I'm just saying, I want to kind of get a taste for the original. I think it'd be interesting.
That's like saying I use toilet paper now, but I kind of want to know how the original toilet paper felt. Like back in the day
No,
when it
I
was
actually
like,
use Charmin exclusively, and we will not be
oh,
feeling anything else.
Charmin, that's not good anymore like it used to be.
You must not have the forever roll in your house.
You had that like
Yeah, I'll
that
take
needs
a
like a big
picture and,
stand
and
thing.
send it to you. Yeah,
You have that seriously?
yeah. I'll take a picture and send it to you later today.
What's that cost for one roll now?
I
Like
have no
$50?
clue. No, it can't be $50. It might be 10.
For like, maybe I'm not getting the right thing in my head. I'm thinking in my head it's that one that's like as tall as like your leg almost.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's literally like there's a separate stand just to
correct.
use it.
Yeah, that's the one we have.
It's like this, like your arm, from top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks bigger
Let's
in
pull up
advertisements, but
Quasey.
yeah, I've already got it pulled up. Let me just share my screen. This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what I own.
Is, is this because you have more than one person in your apartment, or
Oh yeah, there's three of us.
how many of those do you go through before you? I mean, okay, back up. How long does this last you for one roll?
Eh, about a month and a half.
Okay, that's reasonable. I'm thinking in my head it's like, oh yeah, this lasts us about a week.
But you
And I was
gotta
gonna
understand,
say,
this is the softest thing in a 10-mile radius. Like I'm telling you, I might make my bed out of Charmin soon enough. Like you don't know pleasure until you wipe your butt with Charmin. Like I'm trying to tell you.
I just first I never thought this discussion would ever happen on the podcast. Secondly,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just think you're wrong. Like there's other options. It's really good.
what could possibly be better than Charmin Ultra Soft?
Like, there's some Amazon basic ones kinda
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely
It's
not.
not it's Presto,
Absolutely not.
Presto.
Absolutely not.
You tried it before?
Absolutely not.
No, yeah, I don't think you ever tried it before.
Well, I'm telling you right now, absolutely not.
I think you're wrong, but it's okay.
As a matter of fact, I wanna put it out there. You know what I hate? So, when I was in my freshman year of high school, or not high school, my freshman year of college, I was staying in the dorms here at Nesbitt Hall, right? And, I always used to wipe down because you know me, I hate germs, right? So I would always go in there
Uh-huh.
with my little Lysol wipes, and I'd wipe down the toilet before I sit on it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's not even the complaint. The complaint is the toilet paper that they had in there
Ooh.
was so unbelievably flimsy that one time I w this isn't a story for the podcast.
I was about to say, where are you going this
This
crazy?
isn't a story for the podcast.
I have some ideas of what you're about to say.
Yeah, I mean,
It could be either one of them.
w without explaining the entire thing, my hand went through the toilet paper and I was
That's
disgusted. Let's
exactly what
leave
I
it
was
at
thinking.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that the worst feeling ever?
my goodness, I was appalled, terrified, and, like, I didn't know what to do.
And, it's one of those that, you go into a store or something like that, and yet do this.
Yeah, I mean,
And then you had to use that. You're like, I
it's
know,
just
I get
it's
what you're
not
saying. Like,
adequate.
okay, in my head, Quasi, they think that they're gonna save money by doing the, like, 2-ply or less or worse quality toilet paper. They don't.
Yeah,
I
I mean, because now you
combat
gotta
that
clean up.
theory with using more. So if I'm using more of it, they save no money, right? So at some point, when they have to go to a specific location where the stall is, and they're using, my gosh, this is the fourth one we've had in place this week, get better toilet paper. If I have to,
Literally.
so like that does not happen to me. I don't want that to happen to me for any reason ever. Like I just don't. I do not wake up wanting that to
It's not a
happen to me
great
ever.
feeling.
So I'm saying is I use them more on purpose. And I do. And I just, I'm just like,
No, I believe you.
that's just what I do. Fight the power, Quasey. That's what I'm trying to say. Make them get the
Fight the
better
man.
ones. Fight it. Seriously, that's the only way they're going to learn, right? I'm sure at the CEO's toilet that they have for this organization, it's not that bad. It's probably Sherman Ultra Roll, whatever you said. Just letting you know. Why the common people have to have this unsatisfactory toilet paper?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
We're not worth enough to them.
No. And just sometimes, if they really make it worse, like one ply, you know what to do?
One
Take the
ply
toilet
is
paper,
egregious.
put it into the toilet, and just flush it and let it go. You know? Really get the point across.
I've never done that, but I can understand why you would do that.
If it's one ply, I don't care. Make the world know what I do. Because that one ply should be against the law.
I agree.
It should
That
be.
should be
I mean,
it's a
it's really
crime.
a crime against humanity.
That's
It's
exactly what I was
like,
about to say.
I mean, it's equivalent to chopping off your feet to me. It's that bad. It's just don't do that. I don't want this to happen. I don't like it. One ply. Why is that
I
even
agree.
like you? One ply in a sentence should only be used for disgust, not for good. But back to
Yeah.
the Apple Watch. I I don't. If this is what they're gonna do to remove the screen as a whole, terrible idea. But they're gonna make a cheaper alternative for people who don't care about the smartwatch functions per se, what they wanna
Yeah,
see,
but they just want
but
the
they just
health
wanna,
stuff.
yeah, I guess, okay, as another option or something cheaper. Maybe for a kid, right?
Yeah.
They don't need to have all this stuff.
Well, no, I think giving an Apple Watch to a kid is probably way better than handing them an iPhone,
Well, true, but I'm talking
right?
about, like, let's say a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old, right? You wanna
Yeah.
track their metrics and stuff like that, but you don't want them to be, like, on the watch just going crazy because that's all they're trying to do. Like, like, there's a use case, I think, for it. Or let's say you're doing, like, an Ironman marathon, right? And you don't want your watch to die, but you want
Yeah.
your metrics. Like, there's
I mean,
reasons
if the
for it.
battery life is amazing on here and if it's like a little stylish little band, I can completely understand this working. Like, I can see this working.
As a addition to the Apple Watch lineup, I'm for it.
Yeah.
But to remove the
Not in
screens all the way,
subtracting anything, yeah.
no, don't do that.
Unless they
Uh,
take it away from the Apple Watch Ultra, then I'm gonna be completely fine with it. True story.
did you guys hear that nonsense come from Quasi? And he calls himself a Christian and says something just like that. Did you guys hear that? Because I heard that.
Goodness. Yeah,
To
and you just
think
got
that he
completely
thought of
silent.
that sentence in his head before he said it out loud was just, to me, this is the same person, by the way, that swore off the iPhone Pro Max and currently has a Pro Max and says, "Well, it was too far to wait to return it, so I just kept it."
I
What
was.
what a lie that is, by the way. If you didn't
No,
really want
I
it,
was not
you
gonna
would've
tell my
returned it
dad to turn
without
around.
you would have walked back on
I
your
was not
hands
gonna tell my dad to
just to
turn
return
around
this if it was
over
that bad of a device.
I
And
just
you've
I
still
was
never
not
said
gonna
to me,
tell my
"Oh, I
dad to do
can't
that.
stand the iPhone Pro Max, it's so" you have it because you like it, and you know you do. It's okay, you don't have to admit it. It's just a fact.
I didn't say I
But
don't
to
like my
say
phone, I just said
something
it's
as
too big.
egregious as the iPhone or sorry, the Apple Watch Ultra is just a pitiful, disgusting device and it should burn in hell, like, that's a new low for you, Quasi, you know? And to say
That's
it
the
with
lo
almost a straight face, it's just another just example of your demise as a human being. I mean, just really have to realize that's a bad thing you just never said. I mean, the Apple
Apologies, I
Watch
didn't
Ultra, everybody that has it loves it. I mean, if you're
never
jealous because
met
you don't have
anybody
one, that's another
that
thing,
needs
Quasi.
one.
But, like, don't say that out loud because people heard that, just so you know.
This is true.
I'm not
People
get
did hear
bashed as
that.
much as I usually do in the comments this time. It's gonna be you this week, just so you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I definitely gave a bit of a terrible take there, but, I'm not even
So
upset
you
with it.
admit your flaws.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been really good at that. Hey, did you know this is completely off topic, but I'm so sorry. Did you notice that there's, like, a Scooter's Coffee, like, down the road from us now? Like, literally, like, in
Yeah,
walking distance, it's, like, 2
I
buildings
watched it
down.
being built. I
Yeah, I
watched
also watched it
they
being built,
made
and
it
I
a
had no clue what it
one-lane
was.
road for, like, a long time for no reason at
Yeah,
all.
it was terrible.
Yeah, and you know when they were doing that, Quasi, they weren't even working on the road, the sidewalk, they were working on the building.
That's what
What?
I'm saying.
That's what
Anyhow,
it takes to make a scooters. I'm not sure if I like it
I was gonna
already.
ask, is it open now?
No. No, I mean, looks like they could open any day now, but no. I mean,
So
I
why
might
why
try it.
on Google does it have 5-star reviews already? Who's giving this place 5-star reviews?
It's gotta be the employees or CEO or something.
Like it
I
has
mean, if it's
five
open,
5-star
I've
reviews.
seen no one there, and every coffee shop in this vicinity is, like,
Holy
consistently
guacamole.
busy.
Somebody rated it 5 stars talking about so excited for this to open. I love
That
scooters.
explains
Can't
it.
wait to get it to open.
I mean,
So
they might
excited to
like
see the
it as a
building being built
whole
every
and
day.
expect the same
Holy
thing from over
jeez.
here.
Holy jeez. This
Yeah,
is this is insane. They haven't even opened yet. They
that's what
haven't
people
even
are, though.
opened yet.
Yeah.
Let me I don't know what I'm talking.
Well, anyway, Apple Watch thing, kinda cool, see that.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go to the next one. Quasi, I'm gonna let you just talk about this one because you're a Madden guy,
yeah.
and
I
I wanna
mean,
get your take on this.
I think I've said yeah. I mean like 3 times now, and it's really unfortunate. So I'm just gonna
You
switch
you
and
you said
say
what?
I said yeah. I mean, because like I was saying like I don't even know where I was going with yeah. I mean, but I said it like
Oh,
multiple
I was
times,
waiting for the
and
rest of it.
we're just gonna move on. So if you guys saw this year, Madden had like a complete overhaul, and it was kind of crazy, and I really liked it actually. I found out that EA wasn't like the higher ups at EA were forcing microtransactions in the game, and I didn't like all that. But
It's EA.
Madden 27 has dropped as of like 2 days ago, and that makes it so that the franchise mode turns you into a complete junkie, right? So if you've watched the key, it's not a keynote, but if you watch their presentation like I did, so now they have some news-driven gameplay, and I think the way that this article is framing it is to make it look like what's happening in the real world is happening in the game, but no, actually what's happening is, like, when you're doing franchise mode and you're being the GM, there's gonna be, like, free agency and it's gonna have like trade rumors like, is Caleb Williams gonna stay on the Bears? Is he happy in his current situation? Right. And as the GM in those games or the general manager in those games, you can read some of those articles in the game and be like, oh, okay, if I want Joe Thuney to stay on my team, he's gonna want an offer like this. And I better come in this way so that he doesn't think I'm disrespecting him and that he knows he has value to me and my team. Right, so it's gonna be some news-driven gameplay. It's got some other immersive features, uh, and honestly, I think that if I played franchise mode, this would be what gets me to purchase the game because I'm definitely not buying it off superstar mode this year. Because, like, yeah, they added 3 new positions, but those 3 new positions are also in College Football 27, which I purchased, and I regret purchasing that game. Not that it's a bad game or anything, but they took out the XP sliders, and they tried to make you, pay for microtransactions on a, single player mode, and I just didn't like that at all. And actually, a lot of the community like that. So you saw the tagline CFB pay or play don't pay going around and stuff like that. So hopefully, Madden 27 is not filled with a bunch of microtransactions and whatnot, but it
There's
does look
one
like it's
bigger
gonna be a
issue,
great game.
Quasi, than that.
What?
EA, I got one thing to say to you. Stop making your anti-cheat that doesn't work on Linux and Steam Deck. It's about time. You mentioned this a year and a half ago. What is going on? I'm just tired of this. Stop restricting people from playing your game. You're doing it on purpose, and on your purpose is ridiculous. Stop it. Our president and government should put a mandate and force every anti-cheat software to be compatible for Linux as well, so it works on every single platform. What
Yeah,
is
just go ahead
going
and
on?
petition the EU.
This is
They'll
going to
do it.
start World War III, I believe it. Stop the stupidness, EA, and you are the biggest culprit of this. Activision is too. They're right behind them in the dumbness. We have people like Epic Games that refuse to ever do something like this, but the government tells you gotta do it or you gotta get the hell out of here. Do it! Oh, this boils my blood, Quasi. Why? Why would any developer or manufacturer or whatever ever make a game where you restrict who can play it? Why? If I'm making a game, I want everybody on Earth and then some to play it. I want some extraterrestrials to play my game too.
Yeah, I mean, I get
They
that.
might like it. They posted a job on the EA job posting board, whatever you want to call it, about making games compatible for Proton and Linux. And nothing's been done. And I make this point time and time again.
They should fire
Get
whoever they
it
hire
done.
to do that.
Get it done. Is it that much of an inconvenience, you guys, to make something like this wonderful? You
It
would
might be.
sell more games and make more money. Isn't that what you guys are all about? EA can't wait for the extra dollar. This is how you do that. Do you want to see like a 30% increase in sales? Do this and you'll see how wonderful you could have had this for years. That goes for Activision. That goes for everything. 2K is a sports game company. Their games are compatible on Steam, and they sell a whole bunch of stuff on Steam
Yeah, but
and
the
Steam
way they
Deck
do
and
it,
so on.
you guys can't play with us. Like,
Well, that's another
console
issue.
players.
But at
Oh, okay.
least you can play the game.
This is true.
At least you can play the game. You can't tell me a Madden game can't play on a Steam Deck. It's not that sophisticated of a game. It's a sport. It's a football game. You know?
It's true.
Sorry, Quasi. I had to bring this point up because I just checked just in case there's some reason that this is going to be the Madden that I could get on my Steam Deck. Yeah, I can put Windows on my Steam Deck and then install it. Correct. But then you put on a subpar operating system at this point, which I wish it was better, but I'm seeing more and more stupid things happen with Windows on this constant basis. There's always news every week about an issue with Windows, or we patched
For
this, or
sure.
this was an issue. They're not testing anything anymore. It's like they hired Samsung's RDD team to do something. Yeah, it's insane. Anyway, my point is EA. How about let's set a goal this week? Find that person because they exist. Hire them. You have the money, and you're like, I don't know. Let's just give you 4 weeks to make it happen. And if you do that, people will like you a little bit more. Do you know that EA is probably the most hated game
Yeah.
company that exists?
But also, I think it comes with the territory because
Hated.
they own so many major games.
Well, they take a game and they monetize it way too much. Like, more than what 2K does, and 2K is pretty much competing with them in that aspect. Like, Plants vs. Zombies wasn't a game that had all these microtransactions in the game like it does now. It's insane. They do so much that makes it not as fun. But here's the other part.
Yeah.
If you are a game company and you are hated more than Epic Games, you're just trying too hard to do that. Like, seriously. So, doing this might give you a better overall, like, gamer feedback score than they currently have. You know? Like, no one's saying in their head, I just wish the EA also was our government of the United States because they'd make great choices. No one's saying
Yeah,
that.
nobody's saying anything close to that.
So, what I'm saying is, if you are hated that much, if you boycott you and protest you, and you make some little comment saying, well, we're exploring this and, we kind of want to do this with Proton and Linux, and then for a year and a half make no progress, why even bring it up? You know? Just makes me sad. So anyway, to say the least, um, this is a cool feature for Madden. I wish I could play on my Steam Deck, but it's something that is kinda nice, and it looks more and more to me like you're watching, um, ESPN or something like that, right, when you see this game. Like, it's pretty cool how realistic it really gets, and this is a great little addition that I like a lot.
Hmm.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
This next thing, Quasi, I know what's going on. I don't know why I didn't know it was going on, but I didn't know what was going on. Following Epic loss, Google has started to start hosting rival app stores instead of Google Play.
Yeah, I
I
mean, that's
don't
a
understand
choice.
this because I'm not saying you should use Google Play at all, but isn't like it a very known thing that you could just silo it on Android? So I don't know why they put this in place because you already could just get any APK from anywhere you wanted to with, of course, vetting that site you're getting it from.
That's
Is that
definitely what I
not a
thought.
thing?
That's
Was
that's
there a
what I thought it
need to
was.
do this when you could already do it? It's not a new thing. Is it just because now you can put another app on your phone that lets you get other apps, which you could do anyway, I thought.
Yeah, you could
I
definitely do that
I
for a
just
while.
don't know if I understand this, Quasi. Do you?
I found out about it this morning just like you. I guess you found out about it last night, but, I was unaware.
And of course, it's Epic Games doing this. Of course, it's Epic Games.
Are you
I think
surprised?
I think they are more of a company for, suing and doing lawsuits than making games anymore. They seem to be focused more on doing that than they are making anything, worth getting on their own platforms. Like, I know there's a Fortnite hype still, right? But, like,
Obviously.
12 people maybe or something, like, it's just not like it used to be, you know? Uh, Rocket League, it's a fun game, but, like, now I don't play it 'cause it's a Epic Games game, and Tim Sweeney still looks like a rat. I mean, there's just the hype for Epic Games is dropping by the masses, and then they go about doing unnecessary things with their time like this, and it just proves that they have other focuses for some reason, maybe because they're not doing as much, in sales of their games and in-app purchases. They gotta sue companies and hopefully win money to make up for it, I guess. I don't know, like, what are you doing? It just seems to me
Like I
like this
said,
is an absolutely it's like saying this, Quasi. Let's put this in perspective. In this county, um, there is a Ford dealership, but they're going to sue Ford so Ford can sell other vehicles besides Ford, which they already do, because at Ford dealership, you incentivize selling Fords over Chevys. And I'm gonna sue you for that because I want you to sell Chevys here. I'm Epic Games. Do you see how that makes your mind lock up? They sell other vehicles, right? Used and whatever, right? Because of trade-ins. They're not saying you can go to Chevy or, GM or whatever to buy those vehicles in the same area. But because Epic Games has this chip on their shoulder, I'm gonna sue you because you're discriminating against my stuff and you need to have it there.
if
I'm
they're
offended.
discriminating, then yeah.
You
But
know what I'm saying? Like it is such a stupid thing. And of all things, it's Android, where you could just sideload it wherever you want. Go to any app store where you want anyway. You can put a custom launcher and all this other stuff. Why was this necessary? I don't understand. But now you can install other third-party app stores and still do it the same kind of way. I just don't understand. I don't think
yeah, I
a
mean,
single Android user said, "Finally! Oh, the wait's over. We're in a golden age." They're not that no one even knew about this or cared about it because it was unnecessary. What are your thoughts, Quasi?
obviously, um, I don't completely disagree with you. As Epic has been just suing people for the fun of it. But also, if to play off one of the points you said, if they are discriminating against somebody, like if they're actually like if App Store is genuinely discriminating against somebody, I think that's the reason, that's cause for action, right? But however, I don't think that they're discriminating in that sense of the word. I think what happened is they didn't want to split profits, so they put their own app store on there. And I don't think it's crazy that the Google store doesn't want third party app stores to be downloaded from the Google Play Store, right? Obviously, it made sense that you'd want the Google Play Store to be the only place doing it, because now if somebody's phone gets hacked, okay, we know that it came from this, we can track it down, we can stop that from happening ever again, right?
We already know it's a
Right now,
problem, right?
the only available rival store is Aptoid, which I've used before, and it's pretty decent side loader, but
But, like, my point
it
is
just doesn't
this.
change too much because you could already sideload on the
That's my
Play Store,
point.
so
If you don't wanna get the Google Play or you can't get on there because of whatever, right? Or you don't wanna pay the developer fee to be on Google Play, whatever the case is, you can just say, "Here's the link to get the APK and install it." Now, I know you have to go through a little bit of hoops to do so. Maybe that's what they're saying, but it wasn't like you couldn't do it.
yeah,
I just
it's
don't
definitely
understand at all.
more than possible to do it.
I think every Android phone that exists, you can do that with if you want to. You can just go into developer mode and install third-party APKs and smile, go about your day. So that's, I guess, for me, why I don't understand. It's not the more so of like, oh, you have to get the Google Play. That's the only way you should be able to get so and so on. It's not that. It's more so just you already could. So I would talk to fellow Android people and see what they think. And there's gonna be two responses. One, what? That's a thing. And two, I can already do that. That's what they're gonna say. So I just want to bring it up and let us know in the comments down below if you think this is also an egregious thing that Epic is doing, on top of all the unnecessary things they're doing. And if you are happy this is happening, and are you excited that you can now get another store to get your stuff? That's
All right.
funny is they're not even letting they're not even making right now, to my understanding, their own app store to put on there to combat this. They're just saying, "I don't want anybody to do this." Okay, I guess if you want to do that, so go ahead, but just get your APK from wherever you want.
Sorry. So I did a tiny bit of research, and this is the same lawsuit from 2023.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
just now
yeah, I mean, they're
concluding
just
that you
now,
that this is
yeah,
the verdict. Yeah. Oh, I know, it's the same one.
yeah. I mean,
What a
I don't think
waste
it's that crazy.
taxpayers' dollars. We could feed some homeless people with this money, so I'm trying to say. This is a complete first world issue. I mean, there are way more problems in this world right now than this unnecessary app store drama.
This is true.
That's all I'm saying. What a waste. What a waste of people that are lawyers and judges and, like, even the seats people sit on could be utilized for more things. Have a pizza party. Invite some people that you never met before. That's a better use of my time. I don't know. Sorry.
I
I had to
agree.
bring it up, Quasties. I thought that was stupid and, just didn't understand it. Okay, let's go through our product app of the week. Quasties, let's see you go first, please.
All right. So my product of the week is going to be the Soul Lion Bluetooth computer speaker. It's really a sound bar. And I just got this yesterday. I had placed my order last week because the speakers that I had that were so great, they unfortunately broke in transit. So
Ooh,
it's really unfortunate.
can I
I
ask you
was
a
really sad
question?
about it. Yeah.
Is this for your computer or
It's for my
PlayStation or
monitor where I play my PlayStation, but like sometimes I
okay,
hook up my laptop to it.
okay.
So I just needed it to have its own sound system. And this is currently the sound solution I have. I will say that this gets decently loud. Um, and obviously, when you're buying a cheap speaker, like obviously this one's $21. When you're buying a speaker that's in this price range, you're expecting it to sound tinny, right? You're expecting it to have like no depth to the sound, but that's not what you're getting with this one. Right, I watched a couple reviews before buying
Really?
it myself, and then when I got it myself, the first thing I did was play music off of it. It's a really full sound. Obviously, the bass could be a little bit deeper. Sometimes when you turn the volume down, almost completely, it starts to cut out instead of like, just be quieter. So there's some issues with it, but for $21, getting
You
an
know what you're paying
LED light
for.
thing, yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
actually getting more than you pay for with these, I
Well, that's
believe.
good.
So, yeah, I think
Okay.
it's a really cool product.
Mine is it's a Nelco photo printer. So I've seen use cases where if you're on vacation or you're just, wherever, let's say you're at Christmas party, right, with family, and you want to take some pictures and like give it to grandma and grandpa or whoever, right, in the family, right then and there. This is a portable printer. It's probably the size of your phone, up and down, a little bit wider, and you can print instantly with an inkjet kind of style. Actual photos right there in place. There's an Android app and Android and iOS app, and it also has AI editing with it too, so you kind of tweak the photos before you even print it out, and then save them if you want to. So, the price point is under $100. It's about $67, and it's $10 off basically, which is fine. But just to have a portable solution to print something now is kind of cool. Instead of having to go, like, to Walgreens or CVS or whatever and wait 25 minutes to half an hour or whatever, right, or more, you can just do it yourself, and, you can buy, of course, the paper, um, after the fact. It does 2 by 3, that's what it does, just a full color, looks incredible. So that's my product of the week, and it's on sale right now, so it's really nice.
Nice. My app of the week this week is gonna be Marvel Unlimited. Um, obviously, uh, some people, if you know me, I'm a big reader, uh, and obviously, you can't always just be reading novels. Novels are great and all, but sometimes they're long, sometimes they're boring. You don't want to get bored of a book. So the reason Marvel Unlimited is my app of the week is because Marvel Unlimited is a comic book subscription, actually, where, oh my goodness, it is just filled with every Marvel comic imaginable. Hold on, let me open it for you guys really quick.
What's it cost for the subscription?
Um, I try not to look at how much my subscriptions are costing me, but I think it's $16 a month. but for as
Man, that's
many
expensive.
yeah, I understand. If I were to buy each and every one of these comics, I would be bankrupt. But now I can read them all right here. And I think that's just amazing because,
I'm not saying it's not
I
good.
am a huge reader, I read quite constantly. I actually brought my library book today. I'm currently reading Batman and the Curse of the White Knight. Everybody is dying in this book, by the way. Like literally everybody. It's really unfortunate. Not the story I had signed up for. I definitely thought everybody was gonna be living at the end, but dude, I'm like halfway through, and literally everybody except for Batman is dead. It's insane. I'm sorry if you guys are reading that book. Like, I didn't mean to spoil it, but like, golly, everybody is dying.
Well, hopefully there's a better outcome to the end of it, right? We'll
Yeah, I
see.
sure hope so. Like, well, man, that is unfortunate for everybody. I will
My
say
app
Nightwing is still alive.
Oh, good. Well, we all like Nightwing. Um, my app of the week is an older app that, man, it came out a long time ago at this point. When did it come out? I
Came out a long time ago at this
kinda
point.
wish I just would you just can't see that really at all on the Mac. I wish you could. Uh, 14 years ago, so it's like more than a decade ago. It's from Carosoft, which is a company that I don't have all their games like I used to buy it all the time, but they're like a, pixel style kind of game company that makes really fun games that for years I've just bought lots of their games. This is one of them. So it's kind of like the F1 style, but just not even that. It could just be like just a racing simulator in general, right? You don't actually race yourself, just so you're very clear with this, but you're basically like the owner and manage the actual team behind the cars, people fixing it during the race. You build the cars yourself from custom stuff, and you have to win races, get money, and so on, so on. So it's a really fun game that Chris should definitely try and play. I think you would really like it.
I will look into it.
It's very fun. I mean, very very fun, and it's just one of those games that just I want to bring an app from from the past that is still fun today, right? It's not macOS supported. Oh, well, it might work for macOS. I don't really know. Might not though. But for iPad, it does work, and for iPhone for sure. So it's a fun game. Grand Prix story, sorry, from Carosoft. Check it out.
It's just not letting me open any app. I'm having the same issue as this morning. Never mind. It does look like it's available on Mac.
Oh, good.
Nope, I'm lying. It's an iPad app, but you can play it on the Mac.
Still good.
Yeah.
Check it out though. All right, guys. I want to just make this very clear. Um, we're going to extend one more week the shirt giveaway that we talked about last week. Just to give you more time to sign up for that. We didn't really post in
Don't worry,
Discord
guys.
either.
I'm just holding the shirt secure right here.
Yeah.
It hasn't left my person. Nobody is getting this shirt.
Yeah. So we're gonna extend that
Well, I
one
mean,
more week
somebody's
and
gonna
then
win the shirt, but
yeah. And if
nobody's
you guys
getting
don't
it
really
from
want, just
me.
let us know too, I guess. But that's gonna be extended for sure. So have a fantastic week and we look forward to next week. We're getting closer and closer to the event quay scene. I'm excited for this. So I want to see John Turner get up on stage and do his stuff because, very shortly he's going to become the new CEO of Apple. And I'm excited for
Yeah.
that.
September is right around the corner.
No, it's so close. So thanks you guys again. Have a fantastic and wonderful day. And we'll see you next week.
I'm just making a lot of noise here in the background, but bye,
That's
guys.
okay.
I
We'll see
hope
you
you guys have
later.
a great week.
Yes. We'll see you later. Bye.